The Phantom Killer. Texarkana, USA, spring of 1946. Prologue, a town between two states. Texarkana was a town split down the middle. One half belonged to Texas. The other belonged to Arkansas. But in the spring of 1946, fear belonged to everyone. The war had ended only months earlier. Soldiers were returning home. Factories slowed. People wanted peace, quiet nights, warm dinners, and the comforting illusion that evil had stayed overseas. Texarkana believed it was safe. They were wrong. Chapter 1: When Nightfall Changed Everything. In early 1946, nights in Texarkana followed a familiar rhythm. When the sun dipped low, the town softened, store lights glowed amber, radios hummed, crickets filled the silence left by the day. And young couples did what young couples had always done. They drove. Down dirt roads, past trees and fields, away from parents, away from eyes. Parked cars became private worlds, windows fogged, laughter low, music barely audible. No one imagined those quiet roads would soon become hunting grounds. Chapter 2: The First Attack. The Moonlight Murders begin. February 22, 1946. Jimmy Hollis and Mary Jean Larry were young, hopeful, and careless in the way only the young can be. They parked near a remote area called Lover's Lane, a place everyone knew and no one feared. Just after midnight, a figure stepped out of the darkness. He wore a white mask, rough, homemade, with holes cut for eyes, a sack, like something pulled from a nightmare. He ordered them out of the car. Jimmy thought it was a prank. Then the gun appeared. The man forced them into the shadows, struck Jimmy brutally, fractured his skull, and sexually assaulted Mary Jean. Then he walked away. No words. No explanation. Just footsteps fading into the trees. They survived. Texarkana did not yet understand what that meant. Chapter 3: Denial. The town reacted the way towns often do. They minimized. Just a disturbed man, probably a one-time thing. Kids shouldn't be out late anyway. Police increased patrols, but quietly. Newspapers ran small stories. No panic. But fear has a way of growing in silence. Chapter 4: The Second Night. Murder Under the Stars. March 24, 1946. Paul Martin and Betty Jo Booker were well known in town. Paul was a decorated war veteran. Betty Jo played saxophone in a local band. After a night out, they parked near the edge of town. They were found hours later. Paul was shot multiple times inside the car. Betty Jo had tried to run. She didn't make it far. Her body was discovered nearly 2 miles away, beaten, shot, left in the open. The Phantom Killer had escalated. Now there were bodies. Chapter 5: A Town Holds Its Breath. After the second attack, Texarkana changed overnight. Gun sales skyrocketed. People barricaded doors. Men walked wives home with shotguns. Couples stopped parking. Curfews became unspoken law. The killer was given a name by the press: the Phantom Killer. Because no one ever saw his face. Only his mask. Only his shadow. Chapter 6: The Final Night. A House is Broken. May 3, 1946. Virgil Starks and his wife Katie were at home. No parked car. No lonely road. They were safe. Or so they believed. Just after midnight, a man cut the phone line. Then he broke in. Virgil was shot in the face while sitting in his chair. Katie ran. The Phantom chased her through the house and into the street, shooting her twice in the back. She died on the lawn. The killer vanished again. This time, he had crossed a line. Now nowhere felt safe. Chapter 7: The Manhunt. The response was massive. Texas Rangers, Arkansas State Police, local law enforcement. Roadblocks were set up. Cars were searched. Suspects were interrogated. Hundreds of tips flooded in. One man stood out. Chapter 8: The Prime Suspect Who Was Never Convicted. His name was Yowell Swinney. A career criminal. A violent man. A drifter with no alibi. Police believed he was the killer. But there was a problem. No physical evidence. No confession. No witness is willing to testify. Swinney's wife allegedly claimed he confessed to her, but she later recanted. Without proof, police had nothing. Swinney was jailed for other crimes. The phantom killer remained free. Chapter 9, The Silence After. And then, it stopped. No more attacks. No more bodies. Just fear that lingered like fog. Some believed the killer left town. Others believed he was dead. Some believed he was watching. Texarkana never got answers. Chapter 10, Legend Becomes Myth. Years passed. The murders became stories. Stories became legend. In 1976, a film was released, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. The phantom killer returned to the public imagination. And something strange happened. Reports of sightings, late-night calls, masked figures on roads, copycats, or memory refusing to die. Chapter 11, Why the Phantom Still Haunts US. Because the phantom killer was never caught. Because he didn't want fame, didn't taunt police, didn't leave clues. He came, he killed, he disappeared. That uncertainty is the real horror. Epilogue, The Road at Night. Even today, the roads outside Texarkana feel different after dark. Cars slow, headlights sweep trees. And sometimes, people swear they see a man standing just beyond the light. Watching. Waiting. Because monsters don't always hide in the dark. Sometimes, they become it.